In an industry built on reinvention, mystery, and carefully crafted public personas, it takes something truly extraordinary to shake the global entertainment world. Yet in early 2026, that is precisely what happened when several prominent film and performance directors made an unexpected and candid admission about none other than Park Jimin. Known globally as a key member of BTS, Park Jimin has long been celebrated for his expressive dance lines, ethereal vocals, and magnetic stage presence. But according to these influential creative leaders, what the public has seen so far may only scratch the surface of his true artistic potential. Their statements, delivered across interviews, private industry events, and production briefings, have ignited intense conversation across both the music and film industries. What exactly did they admit? And why is 2026 shaping up to be a pivotal year in Park Jimin's evolving career? A shift in perspective from the film world. For years, Park Jimin has dominated the global stage as a performer. His precision, emotional depth, and ability to command arenas filled with tens of thousands of fans have made him one of the most recognizable figures in contemporary pop culture. However, in recent months, top-tier directors from South Korea and abroad have begun to speak openly about their long-standing interest in him, not just as a singer or dancer, but as a cinematic force. One veteran director, known for award-winning psychological dramas, reportedly shared during a closed-door industry panel, "We underestimated him. Not his popularity, but his dramatic intelligence. Park Jimin understands emotion at a molecular level." This striking comment quickly circulated within entertainment circles. While Jimin has appeared in music videos, conceptual films, and narrative-driven performance pieces, he has never formally debuted in a leading cinematic role. Yet directors now admit they have been quietly studying his performance style for years. They point to his ability to communicate internal conflict through micro-expressions, body language, and timing, skills often associated with seasoned actors rather than pop idols. The emotional architect industry insiders describe Jimin as an emotional architect. His performances are often layered with vulnerability and control in equal measure. Directors claim this rare balance is what separates a performer from an artist capable of transcending mediums. One European art house filmmaker allegedly remarked, "There are actors who train for decades to convey what he delivers in 4 minutes on stage." This is not hyperbole in the eyes of many critics. Park Jimin's solo performances, especially those built around contemporary dance, have frequently been analyzed for their storytelling quality. Rather than relying solely on technical perfection, he integrates narrative arcs into movement, an instinct that directors say is invaluable in film. From stage presence to screen potential, this stunning admission from these directors centers around one key realization: Park Jimin's stage presence is inherently cinematic. While most stage performers project outward to reach massive audiences, Jimin's style often feels intimate, even in stadium settings. Directors have noted that this ability to maintain emotional closeness while performing at large scale is precisely what the camera loves. A prominent streaming platform executive reportedly commented, "When he looks into a camera, it doesn't feel like a performance. It feels like a confession." Such statements have fueled speculation that discussions may already be underway regarding high-profile projects. Though no official announcements have been made, insiders suggest that 2026 could mark the beginning of Jimin's expansion into narrative film or limited series productions. A long-standing curiosity. Interestingly, directors admit that their interest in Park Jimin did not emerge overnight. According to multiple sources, casting conversations involving his name have occurred quietly for years. However, there were concerns: logistical, strategic, and artistic. The primary question was not whether he was capable, but whether the timing aligned with his commitments to BTS and solo musical ventures. Now, as 2026 unfolds, many believe the timing may finally be right. One Korean director stated during a press roundtable, "He has reached a level of artistic maturity where he no longer needs to prove himself. That's when true acting begins." The discipline behind the spotlight. Those who have worked behind the scenes with Park Jimin describe an individual deeply committed to craft. Directors say they were particularly impressed by reports of his rehearsal discipline, attention to detail, and willingness to revisit scenes or dance sequences dozens of times until they meet his personal standard. A well-known choreographer who later transitioned into directing explained, "He studies. He analyzes. He deconstructs emotion the way a method actor would. This dedication, combined with natural charisma, is what has led directors to publicly acknowledge something they once discussed privately. Park Jimin may be one of the most adaptable performers of his generation. Breaking industry stereotypes, one of the most significant aspects of the director's admission is what it represents symbolically. For years, there has been an unspoken hierarchy in entertainment between idols and actors. Crossing that boundary successfully is rare, and often met with skepticism, why openly praising Park Jimin's dramatic instincts. Leading directors are effectively challenging that divide that a veteran casting director reportedly stated. If he debuts in film, it won't be stunt casting. It will be a creative decision. This distinction matters. It signals respect, not for his fame, but for his artistry. The global factor, another key element of the 2026 update, is international interest. Hollywood producers, European auteurs, and Asian streaming giants are reportedly monitoring developments closely. Park Jimin's global fan base ensures that any project involving him would attract massive attention. However, directors emphasize that their interest is not purely commercial. One international producer allegedly said, "His global presence is a bonus. His emotional intelligence is the reason." This comment has resonated widely, reinforcing the idea that the industry's perspective on Park Jimin is evolving beyond metrics and market value. Silence from official channels. Despite the explosive nature of these admissions, neither Park Jimin nor his representatives have confirmed any acting plans. This silence has only intensified speculation. Some analysts interpret the quiet as strategic, allowing momentum to build organically. Others believe discussions may still be in early stages. Regardless, the narrative has shifted. Park Jimin is no longer being discussed solely as a music icon. He is being positioned, by respected directors, as a multidimensional creative force. What this means for 2026, if even one of the rumored projects materializes, 2026 could become a landmark year in Park Jimin's career. Transitioning into film or prestige television would not replace his musical identity, but expand it. Directors believe that his sensitivity, discipline, and emotional fluency could translate into roles that require nuance rather than spectacle. And perhaps that is the most stunning admission of all. The industry no longer sees him as an experiment. They see him as inevitable. The broader cultural impact beyond individual projects. This development signals something larger about the changing entertainment landscape. The barriers between music, dance, film, and digital storytelling are dissolving. Artists like Park Jimin represent a new generation, trained across disciplines, comfortable in hybrid formats, and unafraid of reinvention, as one director summarized during a recent interview. He doesn't belong to one medium. He belongs to expression. Conclusion: the 2026 update regarding Park Jimin is not just another rumor cycle. It is a moment of recognition from some of the most respected creative voices in the industry. Whether or not a formal acting debut is imminent, the message is clear. Leading directors see something extraordinary in him. Something that transcends genre and expectation, that in an entertainment era defined by constant change. Perhaps the most explosive revelation is this. Park Jimin's next chapter may be even more transformative than his last. And if these directors are right, the world may soon witness an entirely new dimension of his artistry unfold on screen.